Come closer, little curiosity.
Greetings, gaming historians, and welcome to Lord of Lore, where we break down the lore and history of our favorite video games and fantasies. Today, we're going back into the world of Amalur to discuss one of the most unique and mysterious aspects of Amalur's lore, and that's the Ring of Keozai, the World Trees. As those of you who have played Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning may know, the Fateless One themselves comes across several of these trees throughout their journey, and one can learn that they play a special role in the world of Amalur. Now, fair warning before we begin, there are some spoilers ahead. Let's begin. The Fateless One's first encounter with one of the world trees is with Nyralim, the Unbreakable, a guardian of the Summer Fae tended by special Fae within Caer Nyralim, south of Issa. Like other world trees, Nyralim is a giant sentient tree with powerful magic and wisdom, and he grants visions of the future to those he deems worthy. Possessing unbreakable branches and roots that spread all throughout the western Fae lands, Nyralim is a wise being with a deep understanding of not only the Fae and the powers of fate, but also an understanding of the upcoming changes that will forever change the world. Nyralim, like all world trees, is part of the Ring of Keozai, or the 12 children of Velagru that encircle the world.
My family and I circle this world. We were saplings when your kind emerged from the dark, and we will grow with you until this world burns once again.
Interestingly, despite having existence since the dawn of time, he insists that, unlike the Fae, he is mortal, and that the Fae folk will continue to live after him when he passes away. Later in their travels, the Fateless One comes across another world tree, one far different from the lush wisdom of Nyralim. Akara, met in the depths of Gallows Island, is a powerful world tree associated with the resurrection of dead Kale. By speaking with Akara, the Fateless One can learn more about the world trees.
We were the 12, the sons and daughters of Velagru, and the branches through which all wisdom whispers. We are the Ring.
Akara, like all world trees, are part of the Ring of Keozai, or the Children of Velagru, and there are at least 8 more world trees throughout Amalur. While the information is sparse, by using context found in the wiki and other sources like Project Copernicus, we can make several theories about the roles and purpose of the world trees. The first question that many of you may ask, where did they come from and what was their purpose? While we may never know who made them, for even the gods worshipped by mortals may not even be the first deities, we do know that the Ring of Keozai is associated with wisdom, protection, and preservation. As Nyralim explains, they spread throughout the world and hold untold wisdom within their bowels. Obviously, these make them powerful beings, but what kind of powers do they have and how do they use them? As previously mentioned, Nyralim knows much about nature, the Fae, and protects them with unbreakable branches. As the powers of Tirnoch destroy fate in the Fae world, he has made it his duty to protect the Summer Fae as the world falls around them. Then there is the matter of Akara, one of the most interesting beings in Reckoning. Referring to himself as Akara the exile who departed from the rest of the world, he seems to have a strange empathy for broken spirits, relating to the mortals as fellow exiles. Unlike the other world trees, who are heavily connected to the Fae, Akara has made the choice of abandoning the immortal world to connect with the lives of mortals. Posing as a god, Akara used his powers to protect those lost at sea, even resurrecting the pirate dead Kale. While dead Kale did not have the same control over fate as given by Tirnoch, the fact that Akara was able to free dead Kale from both death and fate is a testament to the world tree's great power. However, this soon leads to another revelation about the world trees. Feeling guilt for all the death and suffering he has caused through dead Kale, Akara summons the Fateless One to erase his mistake both in dead Kale and the tree himself. That's right, a world tree, a powerful being that has existed since the dawn of time, dies in front of the Fateless One. This reinforces Nyralim's statement of the mortality of the world tree, but raises more questions. How can beings that have existed since time be mortal? By looking at the cancelled MMO, Project Copernicus, we see that it is not simply the Fae that are reborn throughout an endless cycle. According to an unfinished trailer, the entire world is constantly in a state of death and rebirth. As we can guess from the information, it is likely that, unlike the souls of the Fae are recycled throughout these worlds and bound to fate, the world trees of Keozai are bound to each individual world and its history, but free to make their own choices within it. The relationship between the world trees and the cycles is further reinforced by the Gallows Tree, the sacred tree revered by the Winter Fae. While the Gallows Tree is not seen speaking and is never mentioned as a world tree, we can infer that, based upon its importance to the Winter Fae and the fact that it exists both in physical and the magical plane, the Gallows Tree is also one of the Keozai. Like the other trees, the Gallows Tree is a powerful and important figure. Not only do the Winter Fae rest their corpses to decay within its boughs, the tree also exists within Akara, the magical realm in which Fae souls are recycled. Here, the Gallows Tree acts as a vault to a powerful magic known as the Sorrows that is vital to the society of the Winter Fae. Because of this, it can be inferred that the Gallows Tree shares a relationship with the Winter Fae similar to that of Nyralim to the Fae of Summer. Finally, there is the world tree Atiru the All-Knowing. In his many rings, Atiru holds the history of Amalur that the world has forgotten. As this knowledge is powerful and coveted, Atiru is protected from darker powers by the wild Hironar, elves who, as explained in the previous video, have a special connection with the Fae as well. While each world tree is unique and has its own personality and roles, all the world trees desire to protect and learn. Nyralim guards the Summer Fae, the Gallows Tree guards the Winter Fae, Atiru protects forgotten knowledge in the Hironar, and Akara even chose to abandon the rest of the world to protect the souls of lost mortals. Though it is hard to tell with the little information that is given, the world trees seem to be a bridge between the mortal and the immortal in more ways than one. While most of the trees connect with the Fae and see the mortals as strange, they are mortal, understand the need for change, and even have the power to choose their own destinies.
New things bring both wonder and danger. Such newness must be nurtured, given fertile ground, and allowed to bloom.
With the breaking of fate and the decline of the Fae following Tirnok's defeat, it is unknown what roles the world trees will play in the future, but the magic and knowledge they possess will continue to be a powerful aspect of Amalur's world. What purpose do you think the world trees ultimately serve? What other members of the Ring of Keozai exist in the world of Amalur not yet explored? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to drop a like and subscribe so my channel can grow. Feel free to comment what you would like to see next, new videos every week. God bless.